Mm. All right, we are back playing some more Forza Horizon. See if we can adjust our volume here a little bit. Here we go. This is Salty Sergeant. We are back in for a random Thursday. Again, trying to do this, trying to actually make a usable schedule nowadays. Where's my cursor? Cursor disappeared on me. There we go. Continue. We do Planet Coasters on Tuesdays and a random game of whatever I feel like playing on Thursdays. And today I'm playing some more Forza Horizon 4, which I know we were playing that last Thursday as well, but it's a good game. I enjoy it. I've put entirely too much time into this game, and yeah, I've already beaten like everything in the game, but I'm still here playing it because I enjoy it. I'm still curious where my cursor disappeared to, though. Ah, there it is. Maybe.
Come back, Sergeant.
Hmm. Weird stuff's going on here. There we go. I think. There we go. Now we got rid of that white line on top. We're good. Okay, let me just do this so we can get rid of that so we can have all our chats open. Alright, I think we are good. What cars were we working with before? Because I know they just came out with the Mitsubishi pack. I was playing around with some of those. Not there, not there. The Car Pass card. I know there's a few Car Pass cars I haven't downloaded yet. Actually, a bunch of Car Pass cars I haven't downloaded yet. I think there's an exclusive car this week. I just haven't gotten a chance to get it. I don't even know where it is. It's not going to be here. It's going to be back in the mainland. So let's head back to mainland. I don't want to be on Fortune Island right now. Fortune, I don't know. We'll see. I do keep hearing about how this is, how they're going to be coming out with more DLC than initially expected, because they are delaying Forza Motorsport by a year, so they can spend more time actually making it good. So hopefully that means they're going to be spending more time on this game as well, which means the cycle for the next Horizon game will be another year as well. So that means they'll either be spending another year updating this game, or they'll be able to spend another year working on that game, making it ridiculous. Okay.
Welcome back, Sergeant.
Then I only have like 19 minutes left for the summer season. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that that Hot Wheels buggy as much as I want it. We can try for it though. We can try. I don't know what series it is. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's only drag racing, so we might be able to get this done in 20 minutes. Excuse me. Okay. Nope, we're not coming up with anything, actually. I gotta play this on PvP to get Rip Rod. Really? Yeah, I'm not gonna get Rip Rod. I don't... It's not gonna happen. I mean, I can try it. I don't think I have any cars that'll actually work for that, though. With a maximum of 600. Was that B? Yeah. C. I'm looking for like a C-class drag car. I don't know if I have anything that's even remotely good for this. I really haven't built up too many cars in C-class. We have a Miata that's built up. Alpine. You know what? Why not? We'll take the Alpine. I really like the Alpine, so makes me kind of, and by kind of I mean very sad that the new Alpine does not get sold in the U.S. Comparing its stats and numbers to all the other cars out right now. Yeah, I would love one of the new ones. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Gotta wait another 25 years before I can import one. Which I'm not even sure in 25 years if I'd want to, because I'm sure by 25 years, most cars will be electric or something stupid like that. I'd say we could just go around and actually build a C-Class drag car for this, but it's going to be pointless because the season's over in a few minutes. I don't even know if we're going to have time to do that. To finish the season if it's all PvP. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it'd be fun if these lights actually worked in... Oh, they do actually work in free roam. That's fun. I didn't even realize that. That way you can just do some free roam drag racing. That's pretty fun. Would be better if the... forget exactly what they're called, but the yellow lights on top, if they actually worked, they told you that you were in line with the line. They weren't just scripted like they currently are. Yeah. I can hope and dream that they're going to set me up with someone that has no idea what they're doing and is in, like, a stock car for C-Class. It's still probably going to beat the crap out of me. It said that the event was starting, and then matchmaking starts, and now matchmaking is going to go on for 10 minutes. And the season is going to change before I can actually race. That's frustrating. Oh well. It's not like I was actually going to use that car for anything, because there's other cars I use. I have cars for pretty much almost every online class and race type. I say almost because there's a couple of them I was experimenting with. I haven't really played very much lately since school started. But whatever. I don't even know what rank I am now, because I'm sure I ranked up. I've had my my Xbox set up to watch Forza on Mixer a lot, so, and now I'm even streaming on Mixer, so I'm getting experience as I'm playing. Okay, so we're racing against 3 other people. We're gonna lose. And it has to be one of these vehicles as well. Well, this isn't going to go well. Okay, I guess we're using the Hoonigan Bel Air. Because, yeah. And if this doesn't work, I think it's resetting at 9:30. So if this race doesn't work, I still have about 10 more minutes to tune this car and try again. A little ridiculous, honestly. But whatever. All right. See what we can do with this guy. And we have AI drivers as well, it looks like. Possibly. Because it only said 4 people agreed to do this, so I don't know if it found more people or if I'm going against AI drivers. And it's just sitting there loading. I'm not going anywhere. Why am I not going anywhere? Well, that's frustrating. There we go. Well, I ended up in last place. That's not great. So I guess we're going to go and... well, for starters, we're not going to make that mistake again. But I think we're going to go and try to build this car up a little bit. Ooh, 10 seconds. People are doing 10-second quarter miles with a C-Class car? That's impressive. With the old Ford Coupes. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've got a chance here. I can almost guarantee you this thing does not do 10-second quarter miles. Well, I guess 11 seconds, because they're sitting in the 10-second range. And we just move on to the next class. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do this a second time. Pity I already lost the first race. Oh well. Darn, those guys are quick. Well, a bunch of other cars already quit. I should probably also quit and... I don't know. I mean, I could, but it's getting ridiculous. I don't want to quit an online match because that's just rude. But yeah, I'm consistently several seconds slower than them. It's not great. Not that it matters, because it's not like I'm going to be changing the outcome for anyone. So yeah, I think I'm just going to quit this race. I mean, the season's going to be changing here in a couple minutes, so whatever the seasonal special car is, we can work on getting that. This is not going to work at all. But again, they only have 2 more races. I'm still going to get money for doing this, so I might as well finish it up. Doesn't really matter. It gives me something to do until the season changes. The pity I didn't get to drive very much for the summer season, because summer is always my favorite in the game. But yeah, I've just been way too busy on school. Very sad. I am not happy about it. It's like 2 of my classes, there's almost no homework. It's all in-class work. And then another one of my classes, there's... It makes up for it. It makes up for it. Way too much homework on the other one. Way too much homework. I've already messed up on a bunch of stuff, so I'm not sure. So I'm hoping I'll be able to make up for it because there's so much homework to do. I'm hoping I'll be able to make up for the points lost already. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This isn't even a good drag race because this one it has turns in it. A proper drag strip doesn't have turns. They really need to update the... I really want, like... maybe it's stupid of me to request this from Turn 10, but a highway section that has... that's actually straight. So you can actually mess around with top speeds and whatnot. Well, everybody keeps running into the guardrails and slowing themselves down. Not enough for me to pass him, though. That one guy slowed down a lot. Actually, the one guy quit, it looks like. Yeah, all of them are going to beat me on this. Unless none of them can turn. They actually have to brake for this corner up here. That's going to be hilarious. But we're only traveling at like 150. Whew. Maybe I can't turn, my goodness. No, they can't turn either. I might pass this guy. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope, nope. He matched me in speed. Last place again. Woohoo! This is not great. Well, there's only like 5 minutes left in the season. I'm not too worried about it. Not worried about it at all. Better yet, I should just go do some online racing because I'm still not ranked, officially ranked for the single player online or the solo online. I thought I did get 6th. Oh well. You know, if I actually had time to sit down and tune a C-Class drag car, that would be... I feel like this would actually be pretty easy. But again, I'd have to actually spend the time tuning one. I mean, I've got the money. I might as... Then again, this challenge is probably not going to come up for a long time. I don't know. I don't know if I should bother trying to do it. One thing I do know is that we need to keep working on our ranked adventure stuff. As much as I hate regular ranked adventure, we'll do team ranked adventure so we can get rank in that at least. In case I can't get rank in the solo one. I don't like the team racing at all. At all. But here we are, doing it anyways. We'll do one series just so we can get so we can make sure we get the prizes. Really, what's important here is making sure you get prizes. Yeah, the tires on this thing are pretty garbage, actually. I had a really hard time launching this thing off the line of the drag races because, yeah. There's a lot of throttle modulation that's needed when launching this thing. Even with how little amount of power it has, it's still awful. All right. And I see finding a team adventure session hasn't started taking any less time. Still taking forever to find an online race. That's wonderful. Yeah, this is going to take a while. Not pleased with that. Actually, what messages do we have? We have 2 daily payouts. Oh, people keep downloading my groups, which I'm quite pleased with. That's more than, like, ever happened in any other Forza game. People are actually downloading some of the stuff I've made. That's always fun. I enjoy that. Then again, I haven't really created much in the previous Forza games. This is the first game I've ever actually really tried creating stuff. And honestly, it seems to work. It seems to have worked pretty well. Can't complain. Whew, this car does not. This car is awful, actually. Why it's in C class. Alright. So, what do we have to do? We really just have to wait for this team adventure session to find. And even then, it's not even going to run because there's probably not enough people in the lobby. Usually seems to be how it works. Usually. Get some of these wheel spins out of the way until it gives me a notification. At 46 wheel spins technically. Yeah. Too many wheel spins. And did the game just freeze? Oh, nope. It is 9:30 and it's just become autumn. Lovely. So now we can figure out what this season's special car is and we can start working towards that.
Hey, Sergeant. Welcome to the new autumn season.
The Mercedes 280 SL.
Working around the clock on these new events. Trust me, they're good.
Championship challenges you to battle in a Porsche. Gray modern race suit, that's not too bad. Pearl outfit and tight governor. Chat phrase. I don't really care about the chat phrases. I do want that car.
Bringing up your autumn event map now.
So we'll see what we have to do to get the car because that seems like it could be important. More cars are always important. That's how you get the gray suit. The dirt racing series. Let's see. Seasonal running start. So what is the event for running start? Excuse me. Porsche Cup. Community Championship. I think there was another one up here somewhere. Yeah. Running start. Okay, there we go. Just a normal road racing series. Beautiful. We can do that. That's easy enough to do a road racing series. Doing online only drag racing championships, not my forte. But racing between 100 and 900 pi offline, that's my jam right there.
Just remember, keep your eyes on the road. You can admire the autumn views after you finish this championship.
I wasn't really planning on admiring the autumn views anyways. Okay, so we have to choose a classic racer. What do we have? We have some in A class. I do like that Maserati an awful lot. Well, we'll use a Maserati. We'll see how this goes. We should be able to do acceptably with this car. This car has actually been tuned for doing some online racing, but it just turned out to be not quite competitive because it's very grip heavy. It doesn't have a huge amount of top speed. It has a lot of grip, as most of my cars do, but it has so little top speed. It's not competitive online. Which hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems on this race. Hopefully, fingers crossed. like trying to race any of the Lotuses online. You better hope you're doing a small circuit, because it's not going to work otherwise. And offline is always significantly easier than online, just because the AIs are not good. And if they are good, it's because they're cheating. And it's pretty easy to recognize that. When you have an Audi TT that can go 300 miles an hour and corner without braking, you know that the AIs are cheating. But then again, I know Turn 10 has mentioned that they know that the AIs are bad and they're working on making them better. So hopefully, one of these days the AIs will be better. Maybe that's one of the things they're working on now. That's instead of the new game is just updating the AIs. That'd be nice. We'll see. I can be hopeful. Okay, not using sixth gear. Fifth gear is the highest gear we should be using with this car. The car is not tuned well. At least the transmission isn't tuned very well. Final gear ratio needs adjusted. Then again, I could just drive it as a 5-speed instead of a 6-speed, because it really doesn't matter that much. I think this car is actually rear-wheel drive as well, so it's an attempt at making a competitive rear-wheel drive car for online play, and it's not easy because if you're playing online, you're probably going to have all-wheel drive car. It just seems to be that's the way you should do things. I always have a hard time being competitive with a non-all-wheel drive car. Okay, first race down. On to the next one. It is down here. This is a dirt race? This is not the ideal car for a dirt race. Wait. Back. Here we go. No, it's a road race, okay. We're still good. We're still good. But yeah, I think this is like the most expensive car I actually purchased in the game. Because for the most part, all my cars I've just gotten from wheel spins. This car I actually purchased because this one does not show up in wheel spins. And it's the only way to get the Forza Edition Maserati 12, MC12. I keep thinking 412, but that's a Chrysler, the Chrysler 412. That car was in the first Forza game. I missed that car. That was a fun car. Couldn't handle for anything, but I had a top speed of like 300. It was essentially what we now know as the Bugatti Veyron, just Chrysler made it. Or very similar to the Bugatti Veyron. But it was a concept car that Chrysler made. Instead of a 16-cylinder, it was a 12-cylinder, but it still had the 4 turbos, still had all-wheel drive, I believe. And its sole purpose was just to be the best at literally everything. So it was very similar to the Bugatti in that case. Except the Bugatti actually isn't that good for actual racing. I always thought that was funny because however, it is very fast and it's very luxurious, and that's what sells it. Not the best car to race on a circuit, but it's fast in a straight line and extremely luxurious. You know, if you're trying to sell cars to the people in the Middle East that have way too much money due to oil or natural gas. That's the way to do it. Pretty sure that's like 90% of the people who bought Bugattis live in the Middle East. Something ridiculous like that, because there's way too much money out there. My time in the Middle East was not... I mean, well, it wasn't bad, but... it wasn't filled with money either, that's for sure. Well, on plus side, this car works great for fighting against AIs. This is quite a decent car, and the AIs don't stand a chance against it. So I'll take it. I will take it. I know the only reason anybody actually buys this car is for the ME12 Forza Edition, and honestly, not ME, MC. ME is the Chrysler again. But the MC12. But the car itself isn't that bad. It's worth driving. I enjoy this car. On the plus side, you can usually pick them up for pretty... If you don't care about the Forza Edition MC12, you can always pick these guys up in the auction house for pretty cheap, because people buy them in the auction house, use their skill points to get the 12, and then resell them because they don't want these cars. I don't know why, because I like this car. Then again, it's the most expensive car I purchased. I'm going to try to use it because I spent so much money on it. It's funny considering I think I've used this car significantly more than I've used the Maserati 12. Oh well. Funny stuff. Okay, and there should be one more race. Possibly two. I think there's only one. So you can get this funky, boxy Mercedes convertible thing. And of course we're going to build it up because reasons. Why not? If it's in... yeah, if we can build it up into A-Class or something like that, try to use it, again, trying to create a rear-wheel drive competitive car for A-Class. Not sure if it's going to work. Oh, go away. There we go. But we can try it. We can try it. It's always worth trying. It's not like we don't have the money to play around with things like that. Yeah, actually, this race actually works pretty well, especially when playing online, because most of my cars are more grip cars than speed cars, which doesn't work great online unless it's a few very specific races, and this is one of the races that my cars usually work pretty well on. Because it's a smaller, tighter circuit with more turns. And I will say, last Thursday I did race here. I got first place online on this track. I did cheat, though. I did have to do some wall riding. Right at the end of the straightaway, because at the end of the straightaway there's a sharp left-hand turn. And I did do like this one up here, this turn. I did wall ride on this turn because again, I don't have a lot of top speed, so everybody else would brake really heavily for this turn, and or wall ride it themselves. So, and I just followed suit, and that's the only really way you can win online against people that are doing a lot of wall riding is wall riding yourself. I know they said they're working on an update to fix that, to fix the wall riding problems, which I can't wait for. I'm looking forward to that. Whew. Try hitting the brakes a little harder next time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that update. Then you don't have to worry about wall riding anymore, hopefully. Or if they implement the race rules from Forza Motorsport, as well as essentially the crash protection that they have, making it so other cars kind of just slide off of you instead of completely ruining your day, and making it so that if somebody slams into you too hard, it becomes their fault and they lose power. Because I know, what was it, Gran Turismo has done that as well, where you'll lose like half power if you run into somebody or something too hard, which will usually lead to cleaner races, which is nice. Especially if you add the two together, you should actually have some pretty good racing going on. But I don't have Forza Motorsport 7. I really should get that game one of these days. Oh well. Okay, so we now have our Mercedes-Benz 280 SL, and we are going to try to tune that car to something usable online for A-Class. Because my A-Class road cars, I don't really have a specific A-Class road car for use. My dirt car is actually quite a bit better than most road cars I've used or I've tried building. So I just use my dirt car for the most part. New car, yay! Okay. Hey, what's going on? Someone's hosting a race. Anything goes. Playground games. No, I'm not doing playground games. That's too much work. I'm not a huge fan of playground games myself. I know some people are. Again, not a huge fan. I play racing games for the racing. One of these days I will actually go out and buy Forza Motorsport 7, though, because that is a better racing game than this. But this one's just more fun. There's more stuff to do. And a Forza-thon shop. We already have the Forza Edition car. We don't have the blue biker jersey yet, so we might have to work on getting that. Or the legendary car Porsche Cayenne Turbo. That's legendary. Might as well get it. I don't have it already. Okay, we need to find Mercedes. D, E, F, H, J, K, L. Mazda, Maserati. Yeah, this guy. This is the car I essentially bought the car I'm currently using for, and I have never used it. I work on that. So it's a D-class car, so this one should work well with a bunch of upgrading. I kind of want to. I would say I kind of want to donk it, but I don't think you can do that in this game. What conversions do we have? First off, engine swaps. A 2JZ LS rally engine and a 7-liter V8. This is way too much power. It is currently rear-wheel drive. We do not want to convert it to all-wheel. And we also have supercharger and turbocharger option. May do an engine swap. We'll see. Need Forza front bumper, Forza wing. Still no Forza rear bumper like there was in the first game. I wish they would bring that back. But whatever. Let's see. We're gonna not put the grippiest tires on here. We're still gonna make them as wide as we can. Oh yeah. We gotta put some race suspension on here and get some good fitment on those tires. Probably upgrade the wheels though. Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, we gotta upgrade the wheels and make them a little bit bigger than that. I don't know what we're gonna use yet. Use some nice JDM wheels on there. I don't even know what ones would even remotely look good with this style of car. And I actually kind of like the looks of those guys. Put some 16s on there. That looks like some wheels and tires that are not messing around. Because the 14s there's a lot of sidewall, but 16s have a good amount of sidewall while still looking like they're performance oriented. Okay. I didn't mean to back out of that. We need... Let's see, what else do we need? We need to upgrade this, because we're not changing the drivetrain at all. We want full gear ratios, we want faster shift times, we're not worried about that. We do want an adjustable two-way differential. We do want better brakes. Let's see. Do we want to make this lightweight? It only has 180 horsepower right now, which isn't great. So let's not worry about the lightweight yet. Let's add power. Like an A-class car with over 500 horsepower is a little OP. Let's do it. Doing an LS swap. We're not going to turbo it or anything, just a straight, naturally aspirated LS. Get these guys. Save a little bit of weight. That gets us right over. Now we can take 250 pounds off this car, bring it down to 2,700. That's not bad. That's gonna be pretty quick. It's gonna be real quick. So you can add a roll cage to it, stiffen up the chassis. I mean, it's going to add 130 pounds, but you know what? I'm fine with that. Decrease some more weight on the drive shaft like that. I'm pretty much not modifying the engine that we put in there at all. We're just not adding any more power adders, just the engine. I'm pretty happy with how that looks, actually. We just need to make sure it handles well. Good morning, Mazan. Glad you could join us. It is the new car for this season. It's the special car. I just did the like very quickly as soon as the season switched. I did the race for it to get this car, and we've built it up to A class. It does. I still think I want to paint it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I really like the looks of this car, though. It does look pretty... It's like when you get it, it does not look very intimidating, but with the with those wheels and the roll bar, it does look, and the however much of a drop I gave it, like a 3-inch drop or something, it does look much more intimidating. Let's see, if we go to special colors, where are metallics? Because we have our metallic colors over here. Yeah, I think we're gonna do one of the metallics. Not chrome though. That's a little too rough. Like I like the brushed steel look. That's actually pretty slick. The lateral G's. Let me check. I think we're gonna keep the blacked out wheels though, because that look. I like the way the black wheels look. And again, I haven't actually. I'm not sure if I've said it before, but I haven't actually tuned it yet. So, well, let's take this. I know there's a Forzathon live event starting soon, so let's take it over there. Where's the Forzathon live event happening? Over here? Okay, let's fast travel there, and we can work on tuning the car while the Forzathon live thing is counting down. Okay. Yeah, I really like the looks of that. It's a slick looking car. Okay. Cars. Yeah, I've done a lot of the second to best tires and all of the like transmission, suspension upgrades. And the only engine upgrade I did to this is swapped in the 6.2 liter V8. That's the only power adder I did. So we'll see how it goes. Bring that down to 1.5, you down to 1. Let's get over to aero, give it max aero, because it has over 500 horsepower with that engine. Should be more than enough to get a good top speed in A-class. Yeah, our lateral Gs are sitting about 1, which isn't great. But this car is definitely more about the ridiculous speed you can get out of it. Let's lower the tire pressures to 28. And anything else we really want to do to this guy? Oh yeah, that's true. That's not right. Let's change that. We're at 375. 171. 50 puts us at 172. Try it 4. No, that's just slowing it down even more. Try 325. I know it's going off the chart, but it keeps increasing our top speed. Nope. 350 seems to be about where we're sitting for the best top speed, because we're sitting at 172.5. And let's increase the length of the first gear a little bit. I like having a really tall first gear for the starts of the races, and a decently tall second gear, because that helps with the launch on a lot of the races. There we go. Oh no, I have no issue with that, because you're probably seeing stuff that I'm not seeing. And I did leave it rear-wheel drive, because I hate myself, and because I'm still trying to find a competitive rear-wheel drive car for A-Class. It is work trying to find a car that's decent at rear-wheel drive. And the pickup was pretty decent in second gear, so I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, our gearing looks pretty decent now. I'm happy with that.
Forzathon Live will begin soon.
With the V8, it makes it a much more playful car as well, because you can really throw it around without much hassle. And by throwing it around, I mean just more power slides when you have no reason to do power slides. But it's not uncontrollable either. It's pretty decent. Now, how fast is how competitive is it is up in the air still. We'll see.
3, 2, 1, go! Round 1 started.
Well, everyone's going this way, so I might as well follow all of them. Oh, we're doing the speed trap right here. Great. Easy enough. Yeah, there is a car in the Forzathon shop now. A legendary car that's 600 Forzathon points. Which is not great for me because I only have like 20 Forzathon points, which is why I'm doing this Forzathon. Yeah, I need to do Forzathons, need to do... I think online races give you Forzathon points as well.
Round 1 complete.
Oh, well, okay then.
Get to round 2.
Only went through it once. Works for me. I have no idea where this next thing is. And the NSX-R... Type R there that guy was driving, I think that's actually a Car Pass car. I think I have that one. I'll have to look, because I do like the Type R. Yeah, yeah, Legendary is technically the rarest class of car, but there's also Forza Edition cars, which are even more uncommon, but they're still not that uncommon, because there's almost always a Forza Edition car in the Forzathon shop every week, and I'm pretty sure I have just about all the Forzathon cars at this point. But I'm nowhere close to the legendary cars. There's a lot more legendary cars than Forzathon cars. But the legendary cars will have the best perks to unlock. And some of the legendary cars even have perks that involve you getting a lot of money. I know more towards the beginning of the game, trying to get money is always more of a hassle. One of the barn finds, actually, which you may already have, is the MGB. Yeah, the MGB I think it's a barn find car, so it's legendary. It's not worth almost anything, but you can one of the perks on them is that you just get $300,000. So if you're short on cash, if you have any legendary cars, look at your legendary key cars, see if there's any free money to be had. I may have made a mistake going with not the best tires, because I'm not used to driving with these tires on this, or on any car really. It's weird. I have almost no grip. Oh well.
Round 2 complete.
No, all the cars have different perks. Like some of them have skill perks as well, which allow you to get more skill points. And it's funny because the best skill car is actually the PLP-50, which is the little three-wheel drive or little three-wheeled vehicle. Because that one has a special skill tree only for the PLP, only for the Peel. I can't say only for the PLP-50 because there's another Peel in the Car Pass as well. Ooh, this car does not work on sand at all. But they both have the same skills of like some stupid amount of skill scores. So your skill chain can go up to like ×8 or something like that normally without a skill song. It is some crazy stuff. Oop. Flipped over. Get fine. It didn't mess up my skill chain, which I'm kind of impressed. Thought it would. I'm not doing great with the air skills here. Not a huge contributor. Probably be better if I was using like a buggy or something. One of my buggies or one of my rally cars. Instead of a Mercedes convertible.
Round 3 complete.
No, the P50, not 350, P50. P is in Paul. It's a little three-wheeled car. You get it. I think it's another barn find. But yeah. Nope, not Pip 50, just P50. That's it, just a P50. Here, actually, let me pull that car up real quick, because I've got it in my... I've got it with me. I think I actually have a couple of peels. Where are they? PPP. Yeah, this guy. And also, it's really funny because you can upgrade this car almost all the way, and the class is still D100. It's still one of the slowest cars in the game, but it's actually really quick for being that slow. So if you want an easy way to win pretty much any race in the game, you use this car. It's almost uncontrollable, though. I mean, straight line, it's fine, but when you go around corners, it's not great. Camera, there we go. Let's say, was my camera all wrong? I must have hit my camera button at some point. But yeah. And this one, yeah, this one is all-wheel drive, maximum power without an engine swap. Ooh. And yeah, the car is absolutely ridiculous. If you look at the perks, pull up the perks on this thing. Yeah. Like you earn more influence. Your skill multiplier goes up to 8. Your skill chain lasts an extra second. Your skill multiplier builds 3 times faster. You just get a whole bunch of points. It's ridiculous. But great car if there's ever a challenge on getting like skill points. This is like one of the best cars to use. Especially if you're using it in a place where you can't really get damaged. Like, let me think, where's the best place? The beach drag strip. There's this drag strip on the beach over here. And there's a bunch of like little metal poles sticking out of the ground that you'll just plow through and you get points every time you hit one. So it's like, you go over there with this car, you get stupid amount of skill points, which is why I have like 500 skill points. Yeah, yeah. Explain skills? I can do that. Well, actually, let me find a car that I haven't bought all the skill points for yet. Actually, like that Mercedes I just got. Where'd that Mercedes go? I don't even know what skill points, or what skills that one has. No, they do not reset. Which becomes an issue when you're buying cars in the auction house online, because those ones may already have skills purchased that you do not reap the benefits from. Like, some cars have perks that give you other cars. Some cars have perks where you get money. If those perks are used and you buy them online, like used cars, you don't get those perks. Only the first person to get those perks gets them. But like this car, okay. Lottery win, you get an instant 300 or 3,000 influence. Okay, easy enough. 3,000 influence right off the bat. This car doesn't actually have all that great stuff, but like this one, for 3 more skill points, we get a free wheel spin. And then you unlock the wheel spin, and it takes you right to the wheel spin. But my garage is full, so I can't do any wheel spin. I need to get rid of more cars. So now I have 2 more wheel spins, just for purchasing those. Yeah. The one, as I was talking about before, the one that's really bad, the MG. Where's my MG? There we go. So this car is a legendary car. You find it in a barn find, and you can purchase it on the auction house for $10,000 at most. But the perks, like door panel surprise perk, which you just get $100,000, or suspect catalytic converter, you just find $200,000 in the catalytic converter. This car is a great money-making car, but if you buy it online, those perks are almost always already taken, and you're not going to get them. That's just how it works. Yeah. Want to buy all the perks? Well, perk points are not the easiest to come by towards the beginning of the game. Right now I have like almost 500 perk points, but towards the beginning of the game they're harder to come by, and a lot of the perks you have to look at them and see what ones are actually worth your points. Like trying to get $300,000, absolutely worth it. Increasing your side swipe skills by 30%, maybe not, because that's still a 10-point cost, which means you have to level up your skill score 10 times to be able to purchase this one perk. Might not be worth it. You have to consider what's worth purchasing, what's worth your time getting perk points for. Because I have a lot of perk points right now, but I also have like 300-400 hours in this game right now. Way too many hours. Enough to beat this game like twice over. But yeah, that's why I'm interested in the Forzathon car. Go to the Forzathon shop. There is this legendary Porsche Fan Turbo for 600 Forzathon points, and that is ridiculously expensive. Especially considering the Forza Edition car is only 400 Forzathon points. I don't know what perks this one comes with, but I'm sure they're good. Most legendary cars come with good perks. They come with the higher rarity the car is, the better perks it comes with. Or if you want a really fun one, the Maserati I was driving around earlier. Let's go to Maserati real quick. This guy, the 300S, the Maserati 300S. If you purchase that car, one of the perks is actually unlocking the Forza Edition Maserati MC412. Or not 412, MC12. Again, 412 is a different car, not the 412, just the MC12. But yeah, you just get this car, which it's still new. I haven't even used it yet. See what perks this car has. But yeah, which this is one of the fastest cars in the game. So that's the only way you can get this one, is buying the Maserati 300. And if you buy a Maserati 300 on the auction house, somebody else had already gotten this perk, so you're not going to get the car. Okay, what do we have? It looks like... Okay, this is a skill car. Not too worried about the skill points cars. Sometimes you'll get ones that that are money-based. Those ones are nice, or they have a lot of wheel spins. Those ones are also good. But I almost always pick up the first one on every car because the first one is always just influence, and it only costs 1 point. Always worth it. Okay. What do we need to do? We should probably race online, do some racing online. Because I built that A-Class car. I want to race it online. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a chance to. Let's see. There's Fortune Islands ones. I don't think that there's really an option difference. It's just Autumn Forzathon. Okay. Okay, you might have been away when I mentioned it. For this car, you go to Maseratis. Going back to the perks, if you purchase this car, the Maserati 300S, it's like, yeah, it's a $6 million car. You have to purchase it new, because if you purchase it from the auction house, it won't work. One of the perks on this car is actually unlocking the Maserati MC12. So that car is definitely worth having for the perks, because you just unlock this car, which is one of the best cars in the game, from just by buying perks. So for $6 million, you're not really buying the Maserati 300S. You're buying the opportunity to get the Maserati MC12 Forza Edition. Yeah. Well, actually, and if you go into the auction house, because you can find them in the auction house, don't get it in the auction house, because somebody else has already purchased the perk to get this car. This car is the only reason people buy the Maserati 300. But in my opinion, the 300 is actually a pretty decent car. I enjoy driving it. I have it tuned in A-Class right now. It's pretty decent. But yeah, this is like one of the fastest cars around the Goliath circuit. Because it's Forza Edition, it has some tweaks to its how it handles and the power. So it actually has more grip and more power than the normal version of the car. So you can just get the normal version of the car, but it's not going to be as good. It's weird. Weird how it works. Okay. So let's do this. We have 4 more races to do to get ranked in ranked free-for-all, and 1 more in team. So we'll just get the team out of the way. We'll get through this. But there is also a chance you can get the Maserati 300S from a wheel spin, which is hilarious. I didn't get it from wheel spin, I purchased it, but there is a small chance of getting the 300S from a wheel spin. Just like the which other car is like that? The Lamborghini Miura. It's a similar situation, that the Lamborghini Miura has a special car that you can get from the perks. The Revention Forza Edition. But the Revention Forza Edition shows up in the Forzathon shop pretty frequently, so you don't really need to get it. You just go and buy it from the Forzathon shop. That's what I did. I still don't have a Lamborghini Miura. I just bought the car from the Forzathon shop. Is it still looking for an online race, or did it just stop looking? I've been banned for leaving a match early. What? What match did I leave early? I didn't... One, how did I get banned? I haven't even played any ranked matches in a week. I'm confused. Okay, I guess no ranked matches because I've been banned from ranked matches for some reason. I really don't know why. That is quite odd. So I was trying to join one earlier, but it was taking way too long, so I did something else. Unless they count that as leaving it? Because I didn't want to wait 20 minutes to join a race when I had other things to do. That's really frustrating. What am I supposed to do? Well, let's see what else is around for the season then. Can't do any online racing. Okay, so we have our seasonal community championship that we get patrol outfit, a police patrol outfit, and the Porsche Cup, which we get a gray race suit. Do the Porsche Cup. Actually, before we do that, let's go to the festival because I know we have. I've got too many cars right now. I can't do anything. I can't do any wheel spins. Can't win any cars because I have too many cars in my garage. So we got to start getting rid of some of these duplicates, like these 4Cs. Or these Alfa Romeo Forza editions. A little sad when you start getting too many Forza editions. Can I just auction these guys off? The Forza editions I should be able to auction off pretty well. Or duplicate Forza edition cars. One of these guys. You see friends fast times on laps? You cannot, unfortunately. For some reason, they decided not to add actual leaderboards to the races. No idea why. But in the other modes, like the... not necessarily the races, but the danger signs, or the jumps, the speed zones, the speed traps, drift zones, and the rivals. You can see all your friends on those leaderboards. We're just gonna put this up for like 55k and hope somebody buys it. I don't really care. Yeah. Yeah, it does get really frustrating. All right. I want to keep that one because I actually like having a couple of those, the class 10s. What other random duplicates do we have that we can try to get rid of? Alright, Continental GT. Let's auction that one. Yeah, let's confirm that. Yep. I think you can actually only auction off like 5 cars a day. I'll have to double check, but it keeps people from exploiting the system or finding a way to exploit it. I really can't wait for them to upgrade or to change how many cars you can have in your garage. That's going to be great. Okay, we have 2 super light R500s. Let's auction off one of those guys. We don't need both of them. But yeah, the Forza Edition cars, they should sell pretty quick. I say pretty quick. They'll sell in an hour because that's when the auction is over. Okay, definitely not selling the ZR2 because that is a hard truck to get. We don't really have any duplicates in Chevy. Dodge, any duplicates? No. We have a whole bunch of exosets, but we need those. Exosets are important. We have our Forza Edition utility van and our Super van, whatever. They're not duplicates. We're good. RS is a duplicate. The Cobra R is a duplicate. So sure, let's throw up a Cobra R. I don't know if it's actually going to get sold. I can hope. And one of these Focus RSs, we can put that up for sale. And I think that's all the auctions we can put up in one day. But now we have 5 more slots in our garage for cars. I think we're going to be good there. Okay. We go to auction house, my auctions. Beautiful. So we have 5 auctions up right now. I don't actually want to be in this car. Actually, can I play online yet? Because I know the banning only happens for a little while. Nope, I'm still banned for some reason. Okay. Actually, I think there was a... Let me go back into the garage here. I think there was a Art Pass car that just came out that was a Porsche. Yeah, they just came out with the 911 Carrera here. We're just going to download this real quick. We don't need any of those. Nice red sports car. It's always good for you. Okay, I don't know what the rules are on this race. So we'll see what class this is, and we'll just upgrade it to the top of its current class. It's in S1. Okay, so we can upgrade it to the top of S1 without too many issues. A little bit more grip, wider tires. I think we're fine with the rims, wider track. And what do we have for aero? Just the Forza stuff. Put some race springs on there, and can we lower the weight? And we can lower the weight all the way without going to the next class. Which is funny, seeing that this car is in S1. My Mercedes is in A class, but the Mercedes has significantly more power than this. Like, a lot more power. I don't think we really need that. We don't really need that. Not too worried about our tuning options on this car. That puts us in S2. That's not what I want. We'll do that and that. There we go. S1. Beautiful. That should work for us. Should be plenty grippy. All right, have a fun time at work then, Masan. Sorry I haven't been able to play with you this past week. I've been a bit busy with school, but have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you on my next stream on Tuesday. All right, so now we have our fancy new R-Pass Porsche. And we can go do our Porsche series now. That's what for Retro Rally, that's not what I'm looking for. Porsche Cup, there we go. The Dirt Racing series. What? That sounds awful. And we can level it up more, so that's what we're actually going to do. Is because we now know it's a dirt racing series, so I'm going to level this guy up to S2 and put dirt tires on it. Because I think this is one of the ones where you race against the AIs. First we put dirt tires, which lowers our class quite a bit. Actually, maybe I'll stay in S1. It's not the worst idea I've ever had. Okay, that gets us an extra 50 horsepower. But I want to add all-wheel drive. How much does that change things? That actually decreases our speed. Okay, sweet. Means I can add more power. Let's see. Do that, take out the flywheel, or just add a slightly heavier flywheel. There we go. So now we have all-wheel drive dirt tires on race suspension. I think we're going to be good. And let's go tune it really quick. Decrease tire pressure because it's going to be dirt. I want to bring out the tire pressure a little bit lower than I would for road racing. Aero, let's add max aero. Certainly isn't going to hurt. Decrease our gearing a little bit. Our max speed is 198. 98.2. Okay, back up. 198.2 was good. I like that. Yes, supply changes. Because I do have an S1 car that does not go 200 miles an hour, which I'm really good at doing that. My S1 cars very rarely go that fast. Okay, let's see. World map. This race, let's go. I am out of tea. I need to get some more tea. Actually, I say that. I can only drink one of these things per day because there's too much caffeine in there. Okay. He is a team against unbeatable drivatars and get rewards. Okay. Let's go. This event starts in a couple minutes, so we got a little bit to go. A little bit to wait. Just drive around for a bit. But yeah. We'll see how well this goes. I'm not great against unbeatable drivatars because of how badly they cheat. If they were actually fair, I would have a much easier time beating them. I meant to do that. Don't look at me. So let's see. We go to cars, tuning, springs. Let's get our springs up a little bit because we need to do that and soften them up a little bit. Let's bring that down to like 700. Actually, that'll work. And this down to like 500. Thereabout. So you have a little softer on the springs, a little bit more ride height. That should help us on the dirt roads. No matter what they're going to throw at us, we should be able to do a little bit better now. mean, it's still not my ideal racing setup for dirt. Because I'd prefer something that's not mid-engined or rear-engined. They can have some weird handling characteristics compared to front-engined cars. In case anyone actually has driven a mid or rear-engined car, they're really odd when driving them and racing them. At least in real life, they're not that too different in Forza, but in real life, there's a much bigger difference, especially with the weight distribution. So I used to race an MR2, which was a great deal of fun, but it was really weird. It did not handle anything like my other race cars. I drive a Miata now just for my daily driver, and it handles so much better than the MR2 did. Well, I say it handles better. It's much easier to control. The MR2s were mildly uncontrollable. Because if they, yeah, because you could drive them, you could control them, but they were really hard to drive at their limit. They were very hard to drive at their limit. Very difficult. Would not recommend. Because you will spin out, and you will spin out regularly. Especially in anything that's not warm, dry weather. Okay, let's see how long this takes to load. Game's not great with the loading times, especially when anything is online. Maybe it's just me. I would much prefer slower loading times than having to load everyone's avatar. I couldn't care less about the avatars. I'd much prefer fast loading times. I am in the slowest car, so I'm probably going to be coming in almost last place. Great. That's not helpful to me at all, actually. Should have went up to S2. But at least everybody else is going to pass that guy on their team. So as long as I stay ahead of him, I've helped the team as a whole, just because everybody else is going to be ahead of him as well. And of course, the human players start the race by bashing into each other, even though we're all on the same team. And the AIs are all clipping each other, so that's not ideal. It's kind of weird, actually. And the human players are horrendously awful. Why do I always get stuck with people that can't drive? Even the AIs are pretty bad on this race. The unbeatable AIs are doing remarkably badly. Whatever. I don't think we're going to win this, but whatever. Just based on the performance of this first race, I'm going to say we're not going to win this. Like, that was one of the human players right there that just spun out. That's embarrassing, spinning out on an online race. Like, I have the slowest car on the human team by far. I messed that turn up real good. But I'm actually running midfield right now just because of how awful the other players are. Embarrassing for them. That's another thing I find is that the S1 cars are actually sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes faster than S2s just because S2s can be so uncontrollable. I've got way better luck racing with an S1 car in an S2 race than I would with an S2 car in an S2 race. Okay, there we go. 7th place, not awful. I think I still was ahead of three opponents. But we had 2 people that did so horribly they got in last and second to last. It's so frustrating. That means with my S1 car, I beat 2 S2 cars on the field. And, yeah, 2 of the people with S2 cars can't even beat an S1 car. That's not a good sign. Oh, good. It looks like they left. That's why they got last. Okay, so hopefully we can make up for it here because if I can still get like a reasonable place like I did last time, just get 7th again, we should be fine. Get a decent mid-pack race. Or mid-pack finish. You really need to ram into me like that? Well, I'm already in 6th. 4th now. With the slowest car on the field. This is ridiculous. I don't know what's worse, how bad the AIs are or how bad the other human players are. Or maybe they just didn't see that this was a dirt race, so they're trying to do this on street tires. Or with the racing slicks. Because there for a second, I was the fastest human player in the slowest car. Which is just stupid. I'm not even that good at racing. As you can tell by all the walls I keep hitting. And of course we have another person that's in last place. That's not helping anything at all. I've got... Nope, we don't have anyone in last place. Because they quit. Okay, great. Well, that was weird. Which I'm pretty happy with a 4th place finish if that's where I'm going to be, but that's not going to win the race. Either I need to get further ahead or the other human player there needs to get further ahead. And this is where I'm going to get past, is on the straightaway up here. And the hairpin, because I'm really bad at that hairpin corner towards the end of this circuit. And I'm sure the S1 cars are pretty much have the same handling characteristics as I do. They're just have more power. Yeah, this corner. I'm never good at this corner. That wasn't too bad, though. I'm pretty pleased with that one. There we go. And I got past. Darn it. Not sure if I'm going to be able to repass that guy. Because on the straightaway, he gets a lot of space ahead of me there. But in the corners, he does seem to lose some speed. Go on the inside and pass. Lovely. Just to have him pass me again once we get on the tarmac here. Blocking him, blocking. Best I can here. Not that it really matters, because we're going to end up losing the series, because there is only 2 of us now. Though I am doing well against these AIs, who are apparently unbeatable level. They certainly don't seem like it, because I'm doing a pretty decent job of it. Yeah, nope, you're not passing today. You really need to rear-end me like that? And I hit the wall. Darn it. Lost a whole bunch of speed there. Should be able to get around him again before we get to the pavement. Yeah, there we go. This turn, the AIs seem to have an issue with. Actually, the AIs seem to have issues with a lot of things. Ooh, they are really far ahead. I'm not catching back up to them. I'm doing a great job of slowing down the guys behind me, though. Keeping them at bay. I don't think the other guy's going to be getting second, because if he gets second, I still don't think we got a chance. Okay, yes, go off the road a little bit so I can keep my 4th place finish here. I'm pretty pleased with fourth place in this, especially with such a slow car. I mean, I've had to do a lot of blocking, which is illegal in most cases. You're gonna ride the wall here. Computers aren't gonna do that. It didn't actually get me much time, though, or much space between me and the AIs. But they didn't pass me this time. So I might be able to get some ground around some of these corners. I say that like they don't cheat and they're not just going to rubber band to me. Well, it's funny, because they're probably trying to rubber band to the other guy, because he's their class. He's the one in the front, so they're trying to rubber band it to him, but it's not going to work. Not while I'm here. Okay, we're just going to wall ride around this one, too. That messed up. That backfired. Okay, so we're going to get a 5th place finish. Nope, he passed me. Darn it all. 6th place finish. You're not doing well. Or I'm not doing well here. Got passed by 3 cars right at the end. Darn it all. I was doing really well, too. I was in the armed forces, yes. Sorry I missed your message. I'm not sure how long it's been there. Yes, I served in the Air Force for 6 years. And as my name would suggest, I was a sergeant. I was medically retired, so now I don't actually work. That's what I do. This in school, because I'm going back to school now too, so takes up most of my time. I know before school started, I was able to just sit around playing video games all day, and that was great. Can't do that anymore, though. Let's see. What race is this one? Okay, I'm gonna get decimated on this one. Probably another 7th place finish on this. Well. Because, yeah, picking a lower class car to race in races like this only works when you still have a full team. And most of my team left. They're not very helpful. Actually, I think I might have a pretty good advantage on this track because if I'm remembering correctly, this one is quite twisty. It has some decent dirt hairpins coming up here. If this is the track I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Turn. Stupid AI is getting in the way. Yeah, it looks like we actually have a chance for winning this race. The other human player's in first right now. I am in fourth. We are winning currently. Which is nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay in fourth, but I'm certainly going to try. All right, so far so good. I've got someone right on my behind though. Open. Why is that a thing? Hardball. Well, so we're still winning. As long as he stays in first, we're gonna win this race. Which I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to stay in this place with all these straightaways here because this car is not nearly as fast as the other cars I'm racing against. I feel like it handles better though, but I don't think it doesn't have nearly the top speed the other cars have. However, it looks like I've got a solid 6th place finish here. Yes, okay, beautiful. We actually won that race. Whew. With only the 2 of us, that does get quite rough. We actually won, yay! His car was glitched into the ground. Okay. Porsche Cup complete. We didn't actually win anything because we won the majority. Or because we lost the majority of the races. A little frustrating. May need to upgrade this car a little bit more. Maybe add some more power. I'm pretty happy with how it handles, but it will need some more power to keep up with the S2s. I feel if I had some more power, that would definitely help. So let's go to the festival. Let's build this car up a little bit more so we can try to make this work. We'll see. Just a second. Okay, there we go. Upgrades, custom upgrades. Let me see. Can I just do an engine swap? I can add the V8 hybrid from the newer Porsche. The Porsche, what is that? The 918, I think. Interesting. Gonna make the car a lot heavier though. Increases power significantly though. Yeah, let's do it. We're doing it. Doing hybrid, and then adding turbos. This car's going to be unstoppable in a straight line. Then upgrades. Make those turbos even bigger, so I have no low-end power at all. Lots of high-end power. 1,250 horsepower. Maybe a little too much. Nope, can't do that. There we go. That should be the highest or the fastest we can make this car. Right there. Fastest we can make this car without exceeding the amounts. Which we did end up being about 100 pounds heavier. But we now have like almost 3 times the horsepower. So that should help us out here. Going against these AIs. Unbeatable AIs. Which everyone should know that they cheat horribly, and it's really irritating. But whatever. Oh, here we go. This one. Porsche Cup. We're going to try this again. One more time. Then I probably got to get going after this series, but got to get to class. Okay. Here we go. Find a team. Next race starts in 3.5 minutes. Okay. That's fine. This car is substantially quicker. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I need to redo this transmission on this because the transmission is built for going 190 miles an hour. Something like that. So let's shorten up the gear ratios a bit there. 255. Even faster than 255. 261. Oh, there we go. 265. 267. 267. Okay, we're going to go back to 3.6 for a final gear ratio. So now we have a top speed in the 260s. Oh, what is going on here? Got a text message. Hold on a second. Currently, it looks like I may be having some visitors soon. Okay, yeah. So after this series, I'm gonna be I'm definitely gonna be bowing out. Yeah, someone's stopping by the house here probably in about half an hour. Usually how it goes. Whew. This card is not as easy to control as it used to be, which makes it kind of sad because I may actually do worse now that it has so much power. I have to be a little bit more gentle with it. I'm not good at it. I prefer cars that I can just mash the gas and go, which is why I usually like lightweight grip cars. Grip tunes. A lot less work trying to drive them. Oh well. Okay, still got another minute and a half. The Car Mastery. I haven't actually gotten any of these perks yet. What do we have? Well, instant points is always good, and skill multiplier times 2 is good. Cheap. It only costs like 2 points to get there. There we go. And we might go back to that instant wheel spin eventually. And we gained another level, rank 243. Yay. Actually, because I've prestiged twice, Means I should be like 843 now. Oof. Played this game way too much. Way too much. Which is really sad considering how bad I am at it. It's like it's considering how much time I've put into this game, you'd think I would be like absolute master. I'm not. Not at all. I really feel like I'm pretty mediocre. Possibly slightly above average, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Do we have other players? Hopefully we have a full room. Actually, hopefully it's just like 1 or 2 people and they're good. So then we can just win. That would be ideal. We'll see how it goes. Matchmaking again. Great. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Got 4 out of 6. How many people are going to quit after the first race? We'll find out. Love how when you go into a race, the game takes over your car, so it just runs into the nearest tree. Alright, here we go. Trying this again with our new 911. We'll see if this works at all this time. Because we added like 3 times the horsepower. We'll see if that actually makes us any faster. Because usually it's not necessarily all about the power. But on some of these races, particularly the sprint race, it does help having a lot of the power. The trick is just controlling it so you're not sliding all over the place. Okay, so we have 5 opponents. Not bad. Well, there's 5 people on our team, 7 on their team, so we, theoretically, if we're all driving averagely, we will win. Or finish midfield. Is that going to happen? No, we're probably still going to lose. We'll find a way to lose still. I'm sure we will. Well, I'm up into 2nd place. Definitely doing the best out of all of the human players. Up to 1st place. Definitely a lot more speed than I'm used to. I don't like cars that go this fast or have this much power. Requires being too careful with your inputs. Way more concentration required. Just don't find it to be as fun as driving a slightly slower vehicle. Now I'm in 1st. I have somebody behind me who's also a player, so we actually have a chance of winning this championship if everybody stays in. And this stupid turn. Here we go. Get past them again. I'm surprised the AIs have such high level cars, but they can't turn as fast as I can. They don't have nearly the top speed. Which makes me concerned that the AIs are not cheating as much as they usually do. But maybe they are, and this car is just stupid fast, which I really doubt, honestly. I don't do good tunes. I do mediocre tunes on mediocre cars. And then I usually do pretty mediocre in races. Got first place though, snuck first right at the end there. But it said I got second. I got first. Ah, come on. That doesn't really matter. Our team won. That's what matters. All in all, our team in general did really well. First, second, third, and sixth. Yeah, we did really well. That guy that came in 12th, he may just have left. That is usually the case, that there's somebody that just leaves. He's driving an unbuilt vehicle anyways. At least what I can tell from his class and his PI number. I might be wrong. But it said it showed him using the microphone, so maybe he is still around. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We won. That's what matters. We actually have a chance of winning this championship, it looks like, with the people that I'm racing with here. I'm happy with that. We'll see how this works. There's no thinking about it. I was looking at the picture during the loading screen. I'm pretty sure this is the Porsche that you don't actually have access to the engine bay. So I know the Porsche just came out with a car like that you can't see the engine. You can open up the engine cover and there's no engine there. You can't see it at all. It's not there. And it's only to be like serviced by a Porsche dealership and all that garbage. I used to work at a Porsche dealership. It wasn't too bad. I say I worked at a Porsche dealership. It was a combination dealership that sold Porsches. They wouldn't let me drive any of them, though, unfortunately. I wasn't allowed to drive the Porsches. I wasn't allowed to drive the GTRs. Then again, it kind of makes sense, seeing I was, like, 20 at the time, and they're not going to let some 20-year-old kid drive around all the Porsches and the GTRs. I really can't argue that. Makes sense. Oh, no, you don't. Get back here. Not sliding too much. Get back on the road. There we go. Thank you. I like the fact that there's a straightaway, kind of, before the finish line. Because that's going to give me a huge advantage with this car, because this car's top speed and acceleration are insane. Its cornering abilities are not so insane. I could have probably built this car better, but here we are. Come on, around this corner. I don't like that guy being in front of me, especially because he's an AI. If it was a human player, I'd have no issue with it. But since it's an AI, I've got to pass him, because I can't trust my other human players to continue doing as well as they're doing. Ooh. Okay, that was not great at all. Heck, maybe I'm going to ruin it for everybody. And again, I was ahead of them for a while. I ran into a tree and I'm still in second place. My goodness. Granted, now there's no way I'm going to catch up to that guy in first, but we can still try. Less pressure now. No, don't lock up the brakes. There we go. Still like running into every wall I come across, though, which is really irritating. Going back to the car has too much power, it's hard to control. It's hard to go around a corner without sliding. And if you want to slide around every corner, it does decrease your overall speed a lot. Do not want to do that. Okay, let's see if we can do this without running into a tree this time. Oh, darn it. Did not want to slide coming out of that corner. Okay, how many laps are this? 5 laps? This is a long track for 5 laps. We still have 2 more laps to go. I guess there's still a chance I could catch up to this guy. I don't know, we'll see. We won the last race though, so we already have an advantage. However many race series this is. 3 or 5 race series, I don't remember. Okay, down the straight, we're just gonna wall ride this one, see if we can make that work. It did, actually, that worked really well. I have to try that in the next lap. Remember to handbrake into it, because if not, you end up turning into the turn, and that just ends up being bad. And I'm only wall riding now because I know that I'm not actually playing against other human players, because that's a dirty trick. And I hate people that do that on the online ranked matches. But this isn't an online ranked match. Actually, that makes me corner a whole lot faster with this car. Don't get me wrong, I know why people do it, but when you're doing online ranked matches, that's like, I don't know. I'm much more into the clean racing on the ranked stuff. Then it actually matters. And I know they're coming out with an update to fix the wall riding. I don't have no idea when that's going to come out. Hopefully soon. So I may have a chance passing this guy. Maybe. Maybe not, because he just ran me into that wall. That might have just ruined my chances. We are lapping somebody, though. And as of right now, we are winning. We'll see if my teammates can hold their places until the end of the race. Well, except that guy in last. He's just going to get last. That's just how... He was a whole lap behind. That is incredible. Not often do I actually see people getting lapped online. But you know what? We're probably going to win this. So he might as well stay in to get the prize for being on a winning team. Even though he's literally dragging us down. But whatever. Okay, so that's 2 for us. And I think if we win this next one, the championship is over and we win. I can hope. Hope and pray. We'll see. We will see. All right. Hopefully last race. Okay, and this one definitely favors high-speed cars. Great. So I've got a pretty good chance here. Got a pretty good chance of winning this one flat out. Just a 3-win, 0-loss championship. My favorite. Doesn't happen often, especially on these challenge races against the Drivatars. The unbeatable Drivatars. Does not happen often. Bunch of bumping happening around, but it looks like we got through mostly unscathed. Whew. That was sketch. Jumping. Do not want to jump there. Let's go. What do we got? I want to be in second gear through here. Second gear. Not drifting, not drifting. Drifting a little bit. The more drifting you do, the less speed you carry. And that's not what we were trying to do. We're trying to carry as much speed as we can. This is the slowest part of this track, so after this I should be a little bit better off. There we go. There's first place. I'm coming for you. Okay, left turn. We don't run into the wall this time, because I know last time I did this race, I ran into that wall. Ended up kicking me back quite a few spaces. We're not doing that. Making that mistake again. Oh, doing a wheelie over the top of the hill. Sketchy. Brake, brake, brake. A little bit of gas. Trying not to drift. Trying to keep our grip. What little grip we have. And finish line. Boom. First place. Love it. If only it worked this well online when doing ranked matches. My goodness, that would be amazing. That would be beyond amazing. Because whenever I do ranked matches, I always get stuck with like teammates that like Guthier 67860 down there at the bottom. So I end up getting podium finishes, and all my teammates end up losing. Which I'm glad that they have the online solo ranked now. But even then, like everybody I've been racing against in there is like way better than me. I haven't been able to race in it today because for some reason I am banned from racing right now. I'm not sure why. I'm still working on that. Because to get banned from racing, you need to back out of the race, essentially. And I haven't done any races in over a week now. So I don't know how I got banned without racing. Might have to look into that. But we got the race suit. We are good to go. We got the special perk for doing that. I think this is this is probably like the second one I've actually successfully completed since the game came out. Because the unbeatable Drivatars are so stupid. Alright, fantastic. So, we got our gray race suit. I kind of want to switch into it, but I kind of like my my camo pants and black shirt. So we're just going to leave it for right now. I might change it if I end up getting an actual race helmet, because I don't think I have any actual race helmets. I only have the motocross helmets right now. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know I've got a visitor coming to stop by here shortly. So I am going to be ending the stream. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Please like, subscribe, follow, whatever, depending on what platform you're on. I know I'm on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube right now. So if you enjoyed watching, please let me know. And I will be back on Tuesday. I will be back playing more Planet Coaster on Tuesday. So if anybody wants to watch me build roller coasters, then stop by. All right. So thanks for stopping by, and I will hopefully see you guys next week. Thank you.